hiya. It's good to see you again. If you can't already tell, I'm about halfway through my, well, I've just only started. I'm on cream at the moment, products, and I recently purchased some TikTok shop goodies, and I thought I would do a little first impressions review. I have tried this brand before, Doll Beauty, but I've never tried this before. This is a little bundle they do on TikTok shop where you can get a cream blusher and a powder together, and obviously they're the exact sort of same shade, so they match together, and it was on a really good deal when I saw it, because like I'm definitely grabbing these. I absolutely love Doll Beauty products. I know they're really great, but I've never actually tried these products, either of them, so I thought it's only fair to buy them and finally use them. I'm going to start off with the cream, and then we'll come back later to do the powder. If you know me well, you'll know that I absolutely love a very bright, like deep blush. The kind of blushes you don't really see on pale people. Don't ask me why, but like paler blushes and things like that are boring to me. I think because I just like colour. I'm a very colourful person. Like even with eyeshadow, I don't really go for neutrals. I'll go for colour. So for blush, I'm very similar, and this is a very me sort of blush, and I have nothing like this in my collection. So this is the Prettify Cream Melt from Doll Beauty, and this is in the shade Takes Two, the number 2, to Mango. And it's definitely, because in real life it's a little bit of a more red, but you can definitely see more on camera how it's more of like an orangey red, which makes sense because like if you think of a mango, it's like an orangey red kind of colour. I am so excited to try this, and I have a feeling it's probably going to be very pigmented, so I am going to go lighter handed with it. Luckily, because I use shades like this all the time, I'm not going to go insane, hopefully. This is when I apply loads and then I'm like, So I always use a brush like this, a very soft, like stippling. This is a stippling brush, that's the name. I use like a stippling brush for my blush because I just prefer it that way, and I feel like I've got a little bit more control, especially when it comes to cream. So brush, blusher. Wow, that is already so pigmented, and that blended so easily. My goodness, this is such a beautiful colour. This just proves that even like darker, more intense, brighter colours for blush can look good on pale people. Don't be scared of them. I know it looks scary in the pan, I admit. Look how absolutely beautiful that is. In real life, it is a little bit more intense because on camera with my lights and things, it does kind of wash out a bit. In real life, it's definitely like a lot more reddy orange. You can kind of get the effect, but this is beautiful. That applied and blended so easily. Like I say, it's a colour I don't have in my collection, but this will be one of my go-tos, I know for sure, for spring and summertime, which is why I also kind of picked this shade. I knew it was going to be good. Doll Beauty don't disappoint me. And I'm back. I look very different now, but I'm back for the powder blush. This is the Prettify Powder Blush from Doll Beauty, and this is Takes Two to Mango, not the number 2. They wrote the number 2, if you get what I mean. This is a powder version of the cream, if I can open it. Ta-da! Beautiful. And I have no powder blushes in this sort of colour, so I'm very excited to finally now have something like this in my collection that is very pigmented. The brush I'm using, again, I like to use a smaller brush for my blush, again, because I feel like I've got more control and things like that. It's not that dense, it's very soft. Wow, that is pigmented. This is gorge, and it matches this look so well, if I do say so myself. Oh, I love that colour. Some people might absolutely hate this, and I can completely understand if you do. But for me, I love this. I'm happy with the placement of the blush. I just get my powder brush that I use to set my face. I don't put any powder on this, and I literally just very lightly pass over the blush if I have gone a little bit ham with it, which 10 times out of 10 I do. I do this anyway, even if I've not gone crazy with the blush and I have been lighter-handed with it. Sort of merges in the powders together with my base. I feel like it looks more like natural and it doesn't look like blocks of colour, if you get what I mean. So I've always, ever since I started doing my makeup when I was about 11, 10, I have always done this. I think it's also because I'm quite pale, so I'm used to things looking very intense on me, no matter what it is. So I've always, when it comes to base products, used my big powder brush and very lightly tapped over everything, even my bronzer and things like that, just to kind of blend in things together more seamlessly, that's the word. A lot more natural and a lot more calmer now, obviously, than what it was before. But that is beautiful. This and the cream is so good and such a good bundle. Look how pretty my blush looks, and this just proves you can use bright colour blushes or darker colour blushes, whatever, no matter if you're really pale, it can still look gorgeous on you. And if you have a deeper skin tone, then I'm absolutely jealous because, on deeper skin tones, this, chef's kiss. That is the blusher done, and I think I look gorgeous.